Beneath Poland's Lake Lednica, an archaeologist's chance encounter with an ancient sword marked the beginning of a remarkable discovery. Unbeknownst to them, this find would unveil the mysteries of a submerged medieval settlement. The sword, retrieved from the lake's depths, suggested that its last contact had been centuries ago. Lake Lednica, historically significant for its ties to Poland's early ruling dynasty and Christian origins, saw a surge of historical revelations in the summer of 2020. The underwater team from Nicholas Copernicus University embarked on this exploration, despite the institution's astronomical namesake. Their extensive work over 4 decades uncovered various artifacts, including medieval weapons and boats. Situated 23 miles from Poznan, Lake Lednica's current serenity belies its past importance. Annual devotional gatherings held on its shores commemorate Duke Mieszko I's baptism on an island within the lake in the 10th century. This event marked the nation's adoption of Christianity, setting the stage for Poland's future. Mieszko I, a pivotal figure in Poland's history, expanded the nation's boundaries northward to include Pomerania and a Baltic Sea coastline. By his death, Poland's shape mirrored post-World War II borders. However, Mieszko's legacy extended beyond territorial growth. Baptized around 966 or 967, he aligned Poland's Christianity with the Vatican, shunning the Germanic Holy Roman Empire and fostering political alliances. The summer of 2020 unveiled numerous significant finds. Besides the sword, the team discovered bridges connecting the lake's islands and shores, some dating back to the 10th century. These bridges underscored Ostrów Lednicki's importance, a fortified Slavonic settlement on an island. Photogrammetry techniques mapped the lakebed, revealing a settlement's extent and fortifications made of oak beams dating back to Mieszko I's era. These revelations provided insights into the enigmatic origins of the Piast dynasty. Geneticists sought to uncover the dynasty's ancestry through DNA samples, although challenges emerged due to historical degradation. Lake Lednica's secrets continue to captivate archaeologists, offering a unique window into Poland's past. Mieszko I's embrace of Christianity marked the commencement of Poland's conversion to the new faith. This transition facilitated the establishment of a bishopric in Poznan, thereby influencing the fate of Ostrów Lednicki. The island's strategic positioning between Poznan and the first capital of the Polish state, Gniezno, elevated its significance. Consequently, Ostrów Lednicki evolved into a vital military and economic hub within medieval Poland. Beyond its role as a fortified Slavonic settlement, the island boasted a church, a chapel, and a royal palace, believed to have housed members of the Piast dynasty. Historical records suggest that both Mieszko I and his son Bolesław I Chrobry likely visited the site. Given Ostrów Lednicki's historical prominence, the island has attracted archaeological interest for decades. The first investigations took place in the 1950s, followed by the establishment of the Museum of the First Piast Dynasty in the vicinity. This museum now houses historical artifacts unearthed from the location. Today, Ostrów Lednicki and its surrounding territories hold the distinction of being recognized as official National Historic Monuments of Poland, a distinction granted in September 1994. Furthermore, serving as the home of the Museum of the First Piast Dynasty, the island operates as Poland's largest open-air museum. While Ostrów Lednicki has transformed into a tourist destination, the island and its encompassing lake continue to be sites of crucial archaeological exploration. The ongoing endeavors of the team from the Nicholas Copernicus University, in collaboration with the Museum of the First Piast Dynasty, are testament to this dedication. These recent revelations, unveiled in August 2020, build upon the collective efforts of these institutions, which have been engaged in investigating the vicinity around Lake Lednica since 1982. However, the discoveries unveiled during the summer of 2020 were declared the most momentous in over a decade. These findings traced back to the 10th century, harking back to the era of Mieszko I himself. This particular phase of research focused on a section of Lake Lednica near two bridges connecting the shores to Ostrów Lednicki and another island called Lednicka. These bridges were initially unearthed in 2017, with one dating to the turn of the 14th century. Remarkably, the oldest bridge was constructed in the early 10th century, and the timber used was harvested between 913 and 914. The antiquity of this earliest bridge positions it as one of Poland's earliest Slavic bridge crossings, underscoring the significance of the Ostrów Lednicki settlement during the era of the First Piasts. This suggests the potential importance of the island fortress during Mieszko I's reign. The discovery of these bridges in itself was remarkable, highlighting not only the role of Ostrów Lednicki, but also their extraordinary lengths, spanning several hundred feet. Their construction would have required remarkable engineering prowess during their time. The exploration of the vicinity around these structures yielded equally fruitful archaeological findings. Professor Andrzej Pyton, the head of the Center for Underwater Archaeology at Nicholas Copernicus University, conveyed the significance of these discoveries in an interview with the English-language Polish website, First News, in August 2020. He emphasized that this research season stood out as perhaps the most remarkable in a dozen years, due to both the quantity and value of the artifacts and the context in which they were found. Amid these discoveries, a sword from the 10th century surfaced from the lake's depths, emerging as one of the most significant finds. This intact medieval weapon, found in remarkably pristine condition, is believed to have belonged to an individual of prominence, likely on their way to Ostrów Lednicki. The sword's rare cross decoration held significance, as such ornamentation was uncommon for its era. Pyton's team also uncovered a variety of other artifacts, including axes, spearheads, crossbow bolts, arrowheads, and a sickle dating to the 13th and 14th centuries. The abundance of weaponry implied Ostrów Lednicki's role as a pivotal military location during the First Piast dynasty, pointing to clashes occurring on the bridge connecting the island to the mainland. To map the lakebed accurately, the researchers employed photogrammetry, which involves scanning and measuring the lakebed to create a detailed 3D model, revealing the underwater topography up to nearly 5 feet beneath the surface. This approach led to further revelations, shedding light on the size and significance of the settlement at Ostrów Lednicki. Among the discoveries were remains of shoreline fortifications constructed from solid oak beams, dated back to 980 through dendrochronological analysis, aligning with Mieszko I's time. This expanded understanding suggested the importance of the settlement beyond Mieszko I's era, possibly extending to his father or grandfather. Given the enigmatic origins of the Piast dynasty, such revelations have captured the attention of historians. With geneticists collecting DNA samples from over 30 known Piast family members in 2020, researchers aim to trace their ancestry, family relationships, migration history, and potentially even their appearance and health. This endeavor has faced challenges due to the degradation of historical remains, but it holds promise in unraveling the mysteries of this influential dynasty. As a site steeped in the early years of the Piast dynasty, Lake Lednica is poised to continue captivating archaeologists for years to come, contributing further insights to Poland's rich history. Thank you for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.